Welcome to this how-to video. This video describes how to use and study the available material of the course. The course spans 4 weeks. Each week is associated with a set of topics. The first week is associated with data type, exploration and preprocessing. The second week is associated with introduction to classification and classification techniques. The third week is associated with classifier performance evaluation and classifier comparison. And finally, the fourth week is associated with class imbalance problem, feature selection and non-binary class. To access the material of each week, you simply move over this control and you click to expand its contents. Then the first week has the following set of materials. The subsection 1.1 named type, the subsection name exploration, the subsection name missing replacements, and 2 additional subsections which are named preprocessing part 1 and preprocessing part 2. Each subsection is organized with a set of elements. In particular, we have typically a lecture of theory, a lesson of theory, and a lesson of hands-on or software. To access the material of the lessons of theory, you simply move over this control and you click over it. Then this window open, and here using this control you can start watching the theory lesson. If you want to download the lecture PDF slides, you simply move in this over this control and you click over it to start the download of the PDF file. Then now we move back, and here we typically have a description of the main contents of the lesson. Then we move back to the platform, and once we have watched this theory lesson, then we move to the software lesson. We click here, and exactly with the same schema we can start watching this video, this lesson, by clicking over this control. Once we have finished, we move to the practice session where we are asked to develop a KNIME workflow. Then we click over this practice session, and now we can develop this practice session by following a set of 6 steps. The first step is associated with the download of the description of the specific practice session. So we move over the download practice description, we click, and we can access the description of which is the problem to be solved in the practice session. So here we have the description of the problem, we have the description of the data to be used, of the attributes that are included into the dataset to be analyzed. So we download this PDF, and then we move to step 2, where we can download the dataset. So we click over this control, and we download the dataset to be used for the practice session. Once we have finished, then we launch the KNIME software platform. We create a new workflow and name it accordingly to the convention. In this case, because this is the first practice session, we name it DMC_practice-01. Then we move to step 4, where once we have finished the development of the KNIME workflow of the practice, we can compare the results we obtain with the results of the solution workflow. To download the practice solution file, we move over this control, we click over this control, and here the PDF containing the specific solution to all the issues that we were asked to solve is reported. Then we move back and we continue by making this comparison, and if all the results are the same as those described, as those reported in the download in the practice solution file, then we can continue with the next lecture. In particular, it is extremely important that once we have finished this comparison, we upload the KNIME workflow we have developed, in particular the workflow named DMC_practice-01, to the course platform. We also provide a brief description of how to upload the KNIME workflow. You simply right-click over this control and you will be able to check how to upload the KNIME workflow to the platform. Then we move back to the course, and once you have finished the practice session and uploaded the workflow you developed, you are ready to move to the next lecture. We also add a set of forum. Each week is associated with a specific forum where you can submit your queries, you can make your observations, and maybe you can also suggest different topics to be discussed. Once you have finished this, once we have uploaded all the workflow, this square will be checked to certify that you have uploaded the workflow. The same schema is replicated for all the remaining 4 weeks, which now I'm showing here by scrolling down the window. And if you want to compress all the view of all this week, you simply click over this control, close all, and if you want to open all, you simply click on open all. Thank you very much for your attention.